Coach, just overall thoughts on the game tonight?
I thought we played a really good team. I thought it was the best 10 minutes of basketball we played all year to start the game, and that's not making shots from the perimeter. And if you'd have told me before the game they'd outscore us by 24 points from three, I'd say we'd be in serious trouble. So I thought we did some good things. I thought defensively we're pretty good, and I really like their team. They're going to be really good, and they're veterans, and they can stretch it. And they made some hard shots late to get back in it, but I thought we closed the game out pretty well.
Bill, what did you see from Silvio in the last 5 minutes?
Doak was by far our best offensive player tonight, by far. Second half, he was great, but I thought Silvio had as much to do with us winning the game as anybody. He hadn't had a chance to play, put him in, and defensively he was terrific. Blocked maybe 3 shots in the last 5 or 6 minutes, and then had one great finish. That was probably the best play of the game. And so I thought Silvio did well, and it was good to see because he really hadn't had a chance to contribute in a way that, I know he's capable of, and he knows he's capable of, but he did a nice job tonight in limited minutes.
Doak said you emphasized all week throwing it inside.
We have the whole time, and we just haven't been very good post feeders. And tonight it was easier for Doak because they didn't trap. But it's also hard to trap when you play 4 guards. So, I think there's, you guys watch it and I watch it, but if we're not bullying people with playing too big, we're better with playing small, and at least at this point. And certainly I thought Tristan was terrific tonight and really gave us some great minutes off the bench. But I think it does space the floor better when you're able to have 4 guards out there.
You have a new strategy for Doak's free throws. You yelled at him on that one, and he makes it.
I've never, things are new, but when a guy steps in, it's a freebie. It's like jumping off sides. You get a free play. People talk about it. He was going to hand the ball back to the official, and so I just yelled at him to shoot it. And you know what? It looked pure when it left his hand. You know why? Because he wasn't thinking about it. So maybe there is something to be said that somebody just needs to be yelling at him the whole time when he's shooting it. But it's hard to believe. You go 1 for 4, you're thinking, yeah, pretty good, from the free throw line.
Bill, with Silvio, you kind of touched on this, but you mentioned that he's been kind of rusty, shaking off the rust and thinking too much. Are you hopeful that that stretch tonight and maybe even the last game can kind of help him break out of that a bit?
Yeah, I think so. The thing about it is he hadn't had many opportunities to play. Duke, he was, we all were, but he was certainly a part of us all not being very good and being careless and against Duke. And so, Greensboro, you got to play 4 guards to win the game, and naturally, Doak's going to play 25 of the minutes. So that just leaves 15 for 2 guys for the most part. And so, I do think this will help him. I didn't know who would start today, but David's actually been better than Silvio in practice, and he was in the last game, so we started him. But don't get set in your mind that that's what we're doing, because I really don't know. But I was excited to see what Silvio can do, because it's the first time we've really seen him play to his athletic ability defensively and in transition. So that was good to see. That was a heck of a play he made on the catch and the dunk. That wasn't a good pass, and he made something out of nothing there.
How'd you guys play in your mind when they cut it to 5?
I actually thought we played pretty solid when they cut it to 5. I think that's about when we subbed Silvio in too, wasn't it? And so I thought we played pretty good and came up with several good defensive stops. Offense wasn't very good, but when is your offense going to look great when you go 1 of 14 from 3? So, but they did a good job pressuring out, and we were a little sped up shooting the ball, and we shot it really well in practice of late. But I thought we did fine. We needed the game where you had to at least execute down the stretch a little bit, and for the most part, we did okay.
Any real concern about the 3-point shooting tonight?
No. Guys, we're going to be like this. That's who we are. We're not going to average making. What are we averaging? Making a little over 10 threes a game. mean, that's not real. But making one's not real either. But we can be a team that can shoot 35% from three, or 36 or 37. We shoot it well, but we can have some bad nights because we're streaky, and certainly on those nights you need to throw it inside. And fortunately, we were able to do that.
What did you see from Isaiah tonight?
I think he got a little out of whack. Didn't make a couple open looks, and then I thought his ball handling in the second half was real poor. I thought we had a chance to have numbers. I mean, how many times do we have numbers and screw it up and it lead to a basket for them or whatnot? We got lucky, you know. They on the 4-on-1, they stopped and shot a three, and we got the foul over the back. I think it was on Marcus. I mean, that was luck, and so certainly, you know, we got to correct that. But we can't have numbers and then turn it over and give the other team a layup, and that's what happened a couple of times tonight. But Isaiah's got to be better with the ball. You know, just too careless.
I know you've talked in the past about Udoka catch and go. Tonight he looked like he was more patient. Is that?
I actually thought whenever they're trapping the post, you need to score before the trap gets there. And when they're not trapping the post, I thought he made a couple of good moves without bouncing it. But then when he knew that he had single coverage, he was more patient. So yeah, he looked good in there, I thought.
Anything else?
They got a good team.